All right, so on to part 4 of me relearning Angular. I'm not an Angular pro by any means, and you'll probably realize that in these videos, but I just wanted to start a series where I try to relearn Angular, as I say, because I've learned Angular before, but I've recently forgot it. I thought it'd be fun to make a series and go over all the basics again, and hopefully get into some more advanced topics as we go along. If that sounds interesting to you, feel free to subscribe. Really appreciate it. We're getting close to 2,000 subscribers. And another stat, if you care, 300,000 views almost on this channel. So fantastic. Really do appreciate all of you. Today we're going to talk about the NgIf directive in Angular. It's a pretty powerful directive. You're probably thinking, what's a directive? We'll talk about that. And I guess we'll talk about that now. So here is the NgIf. They describe it as a structural directive that conditionally includes a template based on the value of an expression coerced to Boolean. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And if this sounds confusing, it's because it does sound confusing. It's actually quite simple. Basically, you're telling Angular to display a piece of a template depending on a conditional statement. So we'll go through an example here, and I'm sure it'll make more sense once you see it in action. So here's my relearn project that we've been working in the last 3 videos, and I'm going to serve it up again. So let's do ng serve. You should probably know how to do this by now. I do this at the beginning of every video, and -o, of course, because we want it to open it up after it compiles in a web browser. And while that's opening it up, compiling, I'm going to probably just get rid maybe everything but the name in this test component class. So let's get rid of all that stuff. And then also in the test component HTML, I'm just going to leave the very top paragraph here. And here it's served up. Now let's save. It'll recompile. Let's save both of these files. It'll recompile. Whoops. And now if we look, yeah, we just get that paragraph. Hi, my name is Tim. So how do we use the NgIf directive? Well, we put it inside of a tag, and we denote it with the asterisk, and then NgIf, and then equals some kind of condition. So maybe we could say 2 is equal to 2. I believe this will work. So if we go ahead and compile it, compiled successfully. Let's go check it out. Notice that this paragraph is still here. It says, hi, my name is Tim, and that is because this condition turns out to be true. 2 equals 2, so it'll go ahead and it'll render this paragraph. Now, if we do something like this, 2 is equal to 3, and I compile that, I didn't realize this, but this is the fun of doing this live. It'll give us an error right off the bat because 2 will never equal 3, and they're saying, hey, I don't think you want to put this in code, because this will never come out to be true. So what's the point of even putting it in the directive? So that's probably not a good example. So instead, let's reference something in our class. So the only thing we have in our class is this property named name, and it has a value Tim, as we remember. So let's say name is equal to Tim. And I think it's lowercase I and M. So let's compile that. And now it compiled successfully. And if we go ahead and look, it says, hi, my name is Tim. And you can notice that that paragraph is there yet again. Now if we go ahead and change Tim to Carl and compile this, name is not going to be equal to Carl. Therefore, this will come out as false, and it will no longer show that paragraph. Something else you may decide to do is check and see if there even is a value in name, right? Because we don't want to display this, and let's go ahead and show that. Let's get rid of this directive entirely from now. I'm just going to cut it, and let's put it how it normally was, and let's make name blank, because I think this will be a valid example. So name's blank, and now we get this funny paragraph, and it says, hi, my name is, and it's blank. And I figure this is probably a valid reason to not show this, because there is no value for name, so why bother showing hi, my name is? So what you can do is, if we go back to the HTML, I'll put that directive back, is you can say if name dot length, and that's it. All that's going to say is if there is at least one character in name, then we're going to display it. If not, then it's not going to show anything. And right now, name is blank. So notice that paragraph didn't come up. But if we go back to the TypeScript and just put Sally, save that, now name does have a length greater than 0, and it displays the whole paragraph. That's something you might often see. I've seen it with arrays. So if you have an array of values and you have something like a table that's displaying all of these values in the array, you might not want to show the table if there are no values in that array. That would make sense. There's no point rendering that. And that's actually what we're going to talk about in the next video, is the NgIf. Because like the NgIf, it's another Angular directive, except it allows you to iteratively display things in your template. So that's the basics of the NgIf. Feel free to play around with this if you're trying this out on your own, make some different scenarios like I just did, and test it out for yourself, get a good handle on it. And in the next video, we'll do the NgIf, which is another popular Angular directive, and I think you'll find that just as useful. So hope to see you in the next video. Like I said, if you enjoyed, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, take care.